I'm Christina Heller. I'm the co-writer and producer of Unexpected Treasures.
I'm Ungaretti. I'm the writer-director of Unexpected Treasures.
How did you guys come up with this concept?
Well, I have such fond memories of watching movies as a kid with my family on the couch in the 80s and 90s on a Friday night. And so when JP came up with this idea and presented it to me to work on with him, that was sort of the North Star, was like trying to make a movie that had that easy breezy popcorn flick feel that you could watch with the whole family on a Friday night and leave in a better mood than you went in.
Yes. Well, we live in the desert, and after the strike happened, I find myself with a lot of free time in my hand, and it's very quiet and very easy to focus. And the whole idea came to me, and when I told Christina, she loved that idea as well, and we just started working on it. And it's just like the desert is such a background. Everywhere you put the camera, it looks beautiful, and we just become a character as well from the movie. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about because my readers are going to want to know. So we're in the desert, but what else is going on?
Well,
yeah. So the film is about a girl who lives in the desert who's down on her luck. She picks up a hitchhiker who turns out to be an alien, and he is on the run. So she ends up helping him on what turns out to be a 48-hour adventure, and some other local desert eccentric characters get in the mix as well.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful. And it's the Mojave Desert?
Yes. So we live, as JP said, we live in a town called Pioneer Town, which is just outside of Joshua Tree. And it actually has a rich movie history in and of itself. Pioneer Town was actually built to be an Old West set back in the 50s. So we feel very honored to get to continue that lineage of making films in Pioneer Town.
And the other thing that's very interesting about the desert is the whole area was where the UFO conventions started back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So it used to bring 30,000 people over, and it's a huge George Van Tassel, and it is a huge thing there, the folklore. And we just loved. I was fascinated about that. So we're like, okay, our alien is gonna be a Venetian, he was here, he came here a while ago, and he's been in this area, and that was the background of the movie,
it's anchored in truth.
Anchored in truth, yeah.
And so it was filmed there then?
It was filmed, everything in Pioneer Town in Landers, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we shot in Giant Rock. That's a huge place. There is many natives tell there used to be aliens encounters there, and that's what the UFO conventions was happening as well.
Yeah, I definitely would encourage your viewers to look up Giant Rock. The history of Giant Rock is fascinating, and so as JP said, it is the foundation on which this story unfolds.
That's great.
Yeah.
Kind of like an Area 51 film?
So, first of all, Giant Rock is exactly what you would think.
It's a giant rock. It's more like a sacred place. It's like if you walk around, there's places that the natives used to make the bonfire, the fires, and it's very ritual. And if you there, you see the rock. It's very.
You feel there's a strong energy there, and so Giant Rock is where they held they call it the Giant Rock Spacecraft Conventions in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and it's also where George Van Tassel claims that he was visited by aliens from Venus. So again, in our story, Sam is one of those aliens, and he knew George Van Tassel. And so again, it's all rooted in this real story of what happened in that area.
The desert, yes.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to this. You guys are doing a filming tonight.
That's right. Tonight is our world premiere.
Tonight, it's 7 p.m. The room is 6DE.
Yes, we're just thrilled. Honestly, I was really struck going around Comic-Con, seeing the signs that said celebrating the popular arts. When we made this movie, we wanted to make something that had that more mainstream appeal. So being here at Comic-Con is a dream come true, and we're so pumped to show it tonight for everybody, and hopefully soon to your viewers as well.
Yeah, we couldn't ask for better viewers to premiere this movie for, and so we're very excited to be here. It's the dream come true.
So where's it going to go after tonight?
Stay tuned. If you sign up for our mailing list at unexpectedtreasures.com, we're making an announcement very soon, and everyone will be able to watch it in the near future.
Yes.
That is great.
Alien is so relatable. How did you come up with the idea of being alien is so relatable? He says, well, I don't have a spaceship, it's too expensive. I love that line. Who came up with that?
You know what?
Your line? That's a great
That was my line. And you know what? Times are tough. They're tough for people and they're tough for aliens. This film has a very relatable vibe, and I hope people feel that way too.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I can't wait for you to watch the movie. You'll have to tell us what you think once you've seen it.
Yes.
Sign up for your newsletter.
Yeah, sign up for the newsletter. Follow us on Instagram, unexpectedtreasures.com. This is a feel-good film, and we hope that everything surrounding it, from our social media, it's just like all bolstering this good vibes energy.
Yeah. We want you guys to watch with your family, with your kids, with your best friends, on a Friday night or Saturday day. Just like hang out, enjoy, forget about what's happening around the world. It's a very light movie. It's very fun. And, in the end of the day, in the end of the movie, you will feel better. You feel good. Yeah.
That's what we need.
I think so.
Yes.
We started it 2 years ago, and we wanted to make something. We were like, oh, everything feels so heavy right now. Wouldn't it be nice to make something like something light? But now I think we need it even more. Like 2 years ago and today, this is like a sit back and relax for 90 minutes kind of fun.
Get the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. I want to know more about you guys. Tell me about this place that we're talking to right now.
Well, I'm from Student Reviewed out of Phoenix.
Oh.
And what's funny is where I live, it's next to the Stardust Ranch, which is said that it is the alien ranch. So apparently the guy that lived there before us, the aliens came down in his backyard, which is now our backyard.
Oh, here we go.
So when I heard that this was aliens, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have got to watch this movie.
Yeah. Tell them about your encounter.
Yeah. I grew up in Brazil, and back in '96, I was in this little town, Varginha, and it happened the same day I was there, the biggest Brazilian alien case, and I was there. I didn't see the alien though, but I was there.
Yeah, we haven't seen any aliens yet, but we're waiting.
Not yet. We are a galactic community. We're gonna make a connection.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm from LA, and now I'm in San Diego, and I write for Hollywood Weekly.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing. Are you a believer?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Keep waiting. Watch the skies.
Yeah.
We hope they can take us, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Thank you so much. Oh, do you have more questions? I was like,
The character arc is kind of interesting. How did you develop that? You made it very relatable.
Yeah, like when we were writing Hartley, I grew up with my mom and my sister and my grandma, and I always felt very interesting watching my sister arguing with my mom, the interaction between a mom and a daughter, and when we were creating the characters, we were like, let's add that to the story. I feel like Hartley, she has to have like this B story, and it just felt perfect. And
yeah, obviously I am a woman too, so I came in and I was like, I think I can help make these female dynamics, very grounded in a truth as well.
Yeah.
But I think we've always wanted to tell a very human story, like underneath this backdrop of the extraterrestrial fun of it. And so I do think that, we'll get people in with the alien hook, but it really is ultimately a story about friendship and a mother and daughter and sort of their emotional arc.
yeah,
You guys brought your personal lives kind of into it, right?
Yeah.
yes, yeah. We always say like Unexpected Treasure is a movie about connection. And we believe on that. In the connections you make unexpected and could change your life. And we believe on that. And like that. Yeah.
So how did each of you get into the business?
I've been working in the industry for the last 15 years. I went to school in San Francisco at the Academy of Art. After that, I moved to Los Angeles. I started as a PA. And then I got into the post-production world. I started as apprentice, then an editor, then assistant editor, then an editor. And the last few years I've been working as a visual effects editor for most Netflix shows. And Christina has been a VR person.
I'm a VR girl, actually, believe it or not. I've been working I've been a multimedia producer like my whole life. I've done, I think, everything, like radio, documentary, journalism, and then I got the virtual reality bug 10 years ago. So I've been working in VR actually for 10 years. It's funny because JP's wanted to make a film his whole life. And he came to me and we wrote this film together, and I realized, I guess I have always wanted to make a movie too. Like, I didn't quite, I think, realize it until we made this one together. I'm like, well, you wouldn't have done it if you hadn't wanted to make a movie too. But yeah, for my day job, I'm in the goggles, you know.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a fun day job.
For sure, you know, I love it.
Oh no! In the end of the day, she always comes like, "I love my job."
I do.
And you don't hear people say that too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, she really loves her job. And yeah.
No, for sure. I think part of the reason I really wanted to make this with him is I love where we live. Like, I love the Joshua Tree area. I love Pioneer Town. This film is a love letter to the community where we live. And so there was just, when we started it, we could never have imagined that 2 years later we'd be premiering it at Comic-Con. So this feels like a kind of fairy tale in some ways, but I will say after this, we're doing our local premiere in a month, and that I'm actually really excited about too, for the community. I mean, they came together to help us make this. Like, we shot a lot on, you know, a good friend's property that basically looks like a national park, and, you know, another friend, you know, loaned us some vehicles to use for the film. So it really was like a real community effort that helped make this possible.
And you used the residents as extras. And
We did. We did that.
Yeah, we have like a cantina scene where we populated it with local famous people. Let's be honest, like you guys wouldn't know them, but everybody in town knows them.
And next time you guys go in town, you guys going to see them, and they're great people. Yeah.
And there's a character in the film, Max, who's based on the actor that plays him. He's an actual local from Pioneer Town. His name is Rex Edlund. We wrote the character loosely based on Rex, and we thought it was important to have like a real local in the movie too. So this is his acting debut.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the process, working together with Christina was a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting to be so creative and so much fun. Even when we started writing, I writing something, she had a bad idea. I was like, oh my God, this is much better. And went through the whole process, you know, from production, from writing to production to post-production. And it just like, it was really fun to collaborate, and we are expecting to have so much fun collaborating together.
Yeah.
And that's for us, and you can see that in the movie, because I felt like all the process in the movie was a lot of fun to do it. And if it was a hard shooting, yes, cold nights, yes, but everybody was happy, and it went smooth. We got very lucky, and you can see that in the movie. Yeah.
What have you learned about show business that surprised you?
The paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork. Yeah. I mean, as
Contracts you're talking about?
we went through SAG, you know, so there was just a lot of due diligence in paperwork. Maybe that's not a very like sexy answer, but I think it surprised me. Just like how much we had to do in terms of filing and contracts and all of that stuff, the admin. It was just way
Unfun stuff.
Yeah, you get in there, you're like, I'm gonna make a movie, and then you're like, then it's a lot of admin. So shout out to my co-producer Alini Andrade, who was my right hand throughout that whole process. I'm sure you have a more fun answer than I do.
Yeah, no, I had a great time shooting. It was a lot of fun. I feel like the actors they love the characters, and they were very prepared.
Yeah. What did you learn though?
Well, I learned that if you can get a few days off between shooting is very helpful for the actors and for the crew.
Yeah.
And I learned to get as much as days shooting possible too.
Yeah.
And it was a great experience. I just felt like everybody was so kind and so human, and everybody was so into the story, and the kindness of everybody was over the top. It was very happy.
What were you guys like in high school?
I was a theater nerd,
Really?
big theater nerd. Yeah, president of drama club. Yeah, I peaked in high school as far as my theatrical career goes, but I did get to play the baker's wife in Into the Woods when I was in my junior year. Yeah. What about you?
I love UFO. I always love UFO. So I was always out looking for stuff about it, and I was very afraid of it. So it was like I always want to make a contact, but never alone. I always looking for aliens and the supernatural. I always loved the supernatural and the psychic and UFOs and everything we cannot explain.
Just like us here, then.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What was the movie that got you into this business? You said, I want to do this.
I would say is Indiana Jones, The First Crusade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Steven Spielberg, and I love his body of work in the 80s, and watching, I think that was the first film that I watched for the second time. And watching a movie for the second time when you're so young, you really look at the movie differently, and I felt like this is what I want to do in my life. Yeah.
You took notes, probably. I want to do that.
It's just like, for me, it was so unreal how you make a movie. It was like sounds so complicated, and so I was so intrigued in a very young age how you get a movie done, and I always loved it. And Steven Spielberg is, he tell the best stories, and we love it. I love those kind of stories, those popcorn movies, stories that you can watch with your family and just have a great time.
He loves to storyboard. You guys storyboard?
We storyboard a lot. Yeah, we had over almost 200 shots for storyboards, and we love storyboard. We were very prepared for shooting.
Actually, if you follow us on Instagram, unexpectedtreasuresfilm.com, you'll actually see we have an animated 80s style poster that was made by our storyboard artist. So check that out.
It's on Instagram.
Yeah, but thank you so much for your time and interviewing us today. This was so fun. You guys are great.
You guys are great. Thank you.